Hi guys, I'm just gonna go straight into this. This is setting up your computer for coding in a few simple steps. So the first thing we're gonna install is Brew. So if we go to Brew's website, yeah, it's brew.sh, and everything will be in the comment section, like all of these links and like these commands. So you're just gonna copy that command, open up your terminal, use bash if you already installed fish, but there you go, you just do that. You're going to have to be an administrator. I'm not an administrator, so if I wanted to do that, I would do this, but obviously I've already installed this, so I'm not going to install it. That command will work though. Next thing, if we need to download Vscode. So I copied the link earlier. So Vscode is code.visual. Basically, Vscode is Microsoft's version of Atom, but better. I've already downloaded it for Mac. You should just download it, install it, and then this will open up. And so it'll open up, okay, here. If we when it actually starts running. Oh god, that's taking forever. So I have it already running in a certain place. It'll give you like a welcome screen and everything with kind of just stuff you'd want to know about what it is. And so really we're not going to worry about this too much. We'll do more with it later. So now we've just installed that Brew thing. So with Brew, what we're going to install is fish. So if we go back into bash, because I'm in fish, so if we just go Brew install fish, this will install fish. I already have fish, so I'm not going to let that happen. Yeah, Control C can stop any command, and then you're going to set your, actually I can just reinstall it. It's not going to actually take a long time, I don't think. I hope. I don't even actually have ownership. So what I would have to do is, again, if you see stuff that says, hey, you can't do this, you'd have to do sudo. What does sudo mean? It means super user do. And what can you do with sudo? Basically, it makes you the computer. So you can click this and it'll ask you for a password. This password is the administrator password on your account. So if it's your parent's account, it's your parent's account password. Okay? Someone should know this password. It's very unlikely. If you want to know why you would download fish, well, you can go to this website, which will be in the comment section, and I'll explain it too. This is, by the way, just for Mac, this Brew install stuff. So if we just go into here, we're just going to type in fish. Basically, it makes your terminal a lot cleaner and makes a lot of things a lot easier. So what's the next thing to install? Well, I'd say the terminal command line tools. So command line tools can be installed with one command. It's just Xcode select install. I've already installed it, so again, won't install, but I'm not sure if this needs sudo. It could possibly need sudo. After you do this, you want to set fish to be your main, how do I say this? Main language in the terminal. Really, it doesn't change that much. It just makes it a lot cleaner. Main shell. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to do chsh -s. You might not get this because, well, you won't be using fish yet. And then which fish. So this will set it as, I don't have fish because, I mean, I'm already in fish, so this won't work here. But like if I went back to bash and said which fish, this would do this, okay? So then if I did chsh -s and then, backtick which fish, backtick again, it would ask me for my password and then it would change it. Well, I've already done it, so it says no changes made. After this, well, we've already done all of that. Now, last thing I'd say is worth it to install is iterm2.com. You go here, and then you just download it. It'll install, and then you can run Iterm. Now, for me, I've already set up profiles because, hey, I'm just like that. So when I work, I do this, and it comes up as 3 terminals here and then 3 on the other side. You can set this up. I'll say how to do it maybe in a later video. Why you would need 3 terminals. When you start really using the terminal, maybe you'll be logged into a server you own here. And then, yeah, that was fish with that autocomplete, and maybe you'll be in your folder for coding. And how can we make a folder for coding? Let's say I went into my desktop. Okay, so cd desktop, if you want to know what these commands are, I have a video on them. It's terminal basics. So what we're going to do is we're going to mkdir, let's say, code. Okay, so let's say I've made code. That's really the only thing on my desktop. I don't keep things on my desktop usually. So inside code, obviously it's an empty folder. Let's say I make some folders inside of it. Personal. And mkdir just makes folders. Like personal, mkdir shared. And then let's say I went into personal. And then mkdir Python, mkdir, let's see, C++. You know, the bare minimum. So now we're here. What else do we need to do? Well, we need to brew install Python. That should install Python, but hey, I can't do that because, yeah, I don't actually have permission. But here we can see that I've already installed it and it's already up to date. But let's say something broke, I could literally just use brew and then reinstall. I'd obviously have to use sudo because I don't have permission to do anything. And then let's say I go into shared. Well, what would I keep here? Let's say mkdir. Let's say I share stuff with my school. Okay, so I could do mkdir shared. And then let's say I do friends. So, and then I just add every person individually, maybe John Smith. I'm doing completely generic names. Okay, so that's that, and if you want to know where that is, I'll just open up this. Yep, that's all it is right now. So what else do you have left to do? Well, you need to set code to be your main, you need to just add code to path. What is path? It's an environment variable for your computer. It'll just let you open stuff from the terminal directly into code. So if we do Command Shift P, we open up this little beautiful little thing, and then if we just search for path, it'll just say install code command in path. It'll do this. It's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna ask for administrator privileges. You're gonna hit OK. It's gonna go ahead and ask you. Now you're gonna type this in. It's gonna do some stuff, and then later what you're going to be able to do is, let's say I'm in Iterm, and so now I'm in my folder for shared. Actually, let's say I'm all the way up in my code folder, right? So now I just do code dot, and then code will open up. A lot of these things, like, I've already had installed, so it was kind of, the things didn't seem like they were reinstalling. This might take a little bit longer on your computer because you actually have to download stuff. Really simple. All the links to everything we just did will be in the description. Like, if you wanted to go to brew.sh and actually find out what Brew is, it's just a packet manager, which means it gets stuff for the command line. So they have like examples. They have an entire community that works on Brew. Vscode, they do the same thing. I mean, this is Microsoft stuff, and like they do wonderful things. Like, let's say I want to install, let's say I'm working with Python, okay? I could just do Python, and then there's already a ton of things for Python. It just keeps on scrolling, and my computer can't render it fast enough. But like, they have so many things. I really recommend that when you start writing some Python, something will show up here. I really recommend just hitting install. And one more thing is the Git live share. Okay, live share. It's not git live share. Okay, you're just going to install it. It's going to open up this little thing right here. And then you're going to have this. You can start something. It's going to ask you to log in. Just log into your GitHub account. If you don't have one, make one. You're going to use GitHub for a lot of things. And I'll be making a tutorial on GitHub. And that's really it. That's a good start to getting your computer ready for coding. Thanks. Bye.